Had a thriller in the sophomore game wrap-up. That one favored the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders 45-43, and we can only hope that we get that kind of action here in the varsity game tonight. It is the Pierre Governors coming on the road 11-7 on the season, only 2 games away from wrapping up this regular season, and the Rough Riders sitting at 7-12, trying to finish off their regular season tonight at home with what would be a big win over the Pierre Governors. Well, the Govs currently sit 7th in Region AA, and it's not the wins that can boost you up, it's the losses that can drag you down. A very tough loss for this Governors squad in their last time around with Sioux Falls Jefferson losing by 10 points. It was an emotional loss at home. They look to avenge that here tonight. Well, folks, we want to give all of our friends that make sponsoring broadcasting Governor basketball possible, all of our sponsors from Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Dakota Mart, Access Health, May Adam, TMA, Avera Health, First Dakota National Bank, Slumberland Furniture in Pierre, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Regional Airport, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Ramkota Hotel, Xander Auto Parts, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, Bauman Lumber, Wegner Auto, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. Well, you know, pretty much all time during basketball season, Pierre basketball takes a front seat when it comes to Governor athletics, but not this week, as it is state wrestling time around the state, and well, Pierre is doing pretty dang good, I would say. They've got 4 girls that will be wrestling in the state finals tomorrow. Congratulations to Danny Rinksmeyer, Kesri Benning, Ireland Templeton, and Abby Lewis. A point count for you. Pierre is leading with 113.5 points. The next closest follower is Harrisburg at 86 and Canton at 85. 4th round wrestleback still to come tonight. And we're not going to say Pierre is a lock yet to win their 4th straight state championship, but that lead is pretty substantial at this point in the tournament. We can only wish the best for all of the wrestlers tomorrow as they go for their 4th straight state championship. Brian Oakland's been covering that all week. He will continue his coverage tomorrow, and we'll be updating everything on drgnews.com. Well, there's a great crowd on hand here, team. And
off tackle for an 8-yarder. A volleyballer crunches an ace into the corner. The crunch of a ball on his arm. Crunch time, so to speak. For you, we do more than run the numbers. We crunch them. First Fidelity, born to bank. Member FDIC.
And the keys to success for tonight's Governors game, this has got to be an Emery Larson and Lennox Dupree game. You know, Lennox has been kind of not her normal self in these past couple games, and really wasn't until the second half of that Jefferson game the other night back in Pierre. But tonight, Emery Larson, if she can get going from outside, that would be massive for the Govs. Graceland Taylor had a really nice night against Jefferson. She hit 4 threes in the first half, but kind of got stuck in neutral. You got to credit the Jefferson defense for kind of speeding up the clock of the Govs. So the key to success for tonight's game for the Governors, they got to control the tempo. They got to set the pace from the start and keep it that way throughout the night. How do they do that? Well, it's all got to start with Lennox Dupree. She is outstanding at not only getting steals and generating offense out of defense, but driving the lane, getting her offense going in the paint right in front of the basket. That's where Lennox do to tonight's matchup. That will take the Govs leaps and bounds further. And Emery Larson, of course, kind of the main shooter from the outside the arc for the Govs. She is one that when she gets going and you leave her open, she is going to hit seemingly everything for Pierre. And there's also some names that will come off the bench tonight, like Molly Olson. She's been great coming in and subbing in and hitting some big shots when it really counts. So if those players can get going tonight, should be a good night for the Govs. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you the starting 5. We'll introduce you to tonight's officials. We'll talk a little bit more high school basketball as we creep up on postseason time. We'll get this thing underway live from Sioux Falls. You're listening to the Bank West pregame show live on KGFX and streaming on drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, Bank West has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. Bank West Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose Bank West. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play.
This
It takes
winter,
only
the
a moment,
game is on,
so
and
you'll
Beck
have it in
Motor
time for
Company
this
is
game.
proud to support
See live and
Governor
archive video of
basketball.
all games.
Whether it's
And
on
when
the
you
court
select
or
your
the open
favorite
road,
station
we're
during the
here to
live
keep
stream,
you
the
moving
video
forward
will
with
immediately
reliable
pop up.
vehicles for
See
every
Central
drive.
South Dakota High
When you are
School
ready to
sports on your
upgrade your
phone
ride
or
this
mobile
season, come
device
see
with
us
the
at Beck Motor
DRG
Company.
News app.
From SUVs
Download
to
it now
trucks,
from
we've
the
got
App
the
Store
perfect
or
vehicle
Google
for
Play.
your winter adventures. Visit Beck Motor Company for all your automotive needs. Beck Motor Company, making a great deal better. 605-224-5912. BeckMotors.com.
The basketball season is in full swing, and Beck Motor Company is a proud supporter of Governors basketball. As they battle it out on the court this winter, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game on the road. From snow to sleet, you need a vehicle that gets you where you need to go. At Beck Motor Company, we've got the perfect winter-ready vehicles to keep you moving, no matter what the weather throws your way. Trust Beck Motor Company to keep you driving safe and strong. Beck Motor Company, making a great deal better. 605-224-5912 and beck-motors.com.
At Avera Orthopedics, we're transforming pain into possibility every day. Whether you're chasing a personal best or simply want to enjoy life to the fullest, our specialized care is designed to help you feel better and stronger. We're here for you. No referral needed. Trust Avera Orthopedics to unlock a world of endless possibilities. Visit avera.org/orthopedics and start your journey from pain to possibility today.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology. Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Welcome back into the Bank West pregame show. We're getting set for tip less than 10 minutes away. I'm Justin Cowart. We've got the great Haley Hansen back in the DRG Media Group World headquarters tonight, keeping us up on air, doing all the real work, and all the hard-working camera operation will be done by the great Caleb Brozick here tonight if you're watching on drgnews.com via live ticket. All right, folks, without further ado, let's meet our starting officials for tonight's game. As always, our introduction of game officials is sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. Before we introduce you to our officials, let's hear a word from them.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
And the officials tonight are Mr. Brayton Muck, Max Morris, and Connor Singheisen. Well, we met the officials. Let's get to know these teams a little bit. Well, it's been two very different tales of these finishing regular season stretches for both of these teams. For the Pierre Governors, they've won 6 of their last 8. They won 4 in a row, beating Sioux Falls Lincoln, beating Mitchell, beating Brookings, and beating Huron. But the one that stung was the loss to Sioux Falls Jefferson, losing 70-60. And I think if we're being honest, I think the Governors probably went into that game thinking that was one that they would win. Sioux Falls was Jefferson was sitting at 9-9 going into that game. The Govs were sitting at 11-6. And going into it, maybe, I don't want to say that they underestimated Jefferson as an opponent, but it definitely was a wake-up call for what they're going to face come playoff time. For the Rough Riders, well, it's been a completely different tale. They've lost 6 of their last 9, losing their last 2 to Aberdeen Central, a very good team sitting at 11-7, and losing to Sioux Falls, Washington, who sits at 15-3. They did beat Sioux Falls Lincoln. Sioux Falls Lincoln sits at 1-17. They lost the game before that to Watertown, which is who Pierre will close out their regular season with tomorrow afternoon. Before that, they beat Brookings and Huron, but they lost 3 straight prior, losing to Jefferson, Mitchell, and O'Gorman, which everybody has lost to O'Gorman this season. They sit at 19-0. So it's 2 very different teams, but I think the Govs learned a lot from their loss against Jefferson. 1, they learned not to underestimate their opponents, but 2, they realized that teams are going to try to speed their clock up. They're learning how to press the Governors defensively, and they're kind of learning some of the tricks of the trade that the Governors roll with. The Govs are a great defensive team. Graceland Taylor, Emery Larson, 2 of the key players on defense that will generate a lot of steals. So trying to make sure everybody knows where those 2 girls on the court are has been a big key. Now we'll see if the Rough Riders will end up kind of playing to that tune here tonight. But the Govs have to get back on offense and kind of get back into their rhythm on offense here tonight if they want to get things back on the right track to head into this postseason before taking on Watertown tomorrow with a good taste in their mouth, because I can tell you it's a bad one after that loss to Jefferson. All right, let's meet our starting lineups here for tonight's matchup. As always, we'll start with the visiting team, and that will be the Pierre Governors tonight. It's a pretty familiar starting 5 here tonight for the Govs. It'll be senior Lennox Dupree starting at the guard position. Emery Larson, a junior, also getting the start. Graceland Taylor will be on the outside as well. Down low, it'll be the familiar faces of Grace Richter and Addison Soma, 2 seniors that will often find themselves in foul trouble, but that's just kind of what comes with playing the position. You know, you're going to find yourself in a physical battle more often than not, especially up at Region AA, where physicality comes a dime a dozen. And, let me fix that. Physicality comes pretty much every single night. It is not a dime a dozen when you get up to Region AA. So you're going to find yourself in foul trouble. You're going to find yourself playing physical. But that's 2 things that Addison Soma and Grace Richter do so well. It's playing with their hands, playing physical, and stripping balls away. And yes, there are going to come fouls, but with that, there's going to come a lot of steals. So that'll be pretty important here for both teams. 1, taking away Grace Richter and Addison Soma for the Rough Riders. And if they do that, that is going to draw in a lot of bodies down low into the paint, which will lead to some open shots on the outside. Of course, the Pierre Governors are led by head coach Kirk Bebout. Starting 5 for the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders will be senior Brooklyn Cole, senior Susan Olson, senior Morgan Johnson, a freshman in Henley Loof, and another freshman in Callie Harris. Now, Callie Harris stands at 6'2", and she is a force to be reckoned with. So it'll be interesting to see how the Govs want to play her down low tonight, because that is going to be a matchup to keep an eye on. Folks, if you're listening on KGFX, I want to remind you that you can download the DRG News app to make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. Got games going on across the state all the time, so you can download the DRG News app to bounce around from game to game. We'll have 3 games coming across your airwaves tomorrow. Of course, the girls will be back in Pierre taking on Watertown. The boys will be on the road taking on the Arrows. I'll be with the boys since I'm already out here. I might as well set up camp, call another game tomorrow afternoon. We'll be with the boys in Watertown on River 92.7. The girls will be back home versus Watertown on KGFX. And we've got a makeup game between Todd County and Mobridge Pollock streaming on Star 99 tomorrow afternoon. But this one at hand is the one that is most important. The Govs are in their road blacks. They've got Pierre arched across the chest in Governor Green, numerals underneath in green, outlined in white. The Rough Riders are in their home whites. They've got Roosevelt arched across the chest in maroon, outlined in gold. Their numerals sit underneath in maroon, outlined in gold as well. Both teams have made it back to their bench. We're about to honor our nation's anthem, and we're going to step away while we do that. When we come back, we've got tip-off for you on a Friday night here from Roosevelt. It's the Rough Riders, it's the Governors, and it's on KGFX. We'll be back after this short break with tip-off right here on KGFX and streaming on drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season, and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our Pierre office today by visiting rankygray.com.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. And all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
At Avera Orthopedics, we're transforming pain into possibility every day. Whether you're chasing a personal best or simply want to enjoy life to the fullest, our specialized care is designed to help you feel better and stronger. We're here for you. No referral needed. Trust Avera Orthopedics to unlock a world of endless possibilities. Visit avera.org/orthopedics and start your journey from pain to possibility today.
Welcome back, folks. We are getting set for tip-off here. Energy is high in this building. You'd fool me, think this is a big rivalry or something. The starting five, again, has been announced for the Governors, and it's a pretty familiar starting five to those Governor faithful who have been following this team all season long. Lennox Dupree, Emery Larson, Graceland Taylor, Grace Richter, and Addison Soma. For the Rough Riders, Brooklyn Cole, Susan Olson, Morgan Johnson, Henley Loof, and Callie Harris. The Govs are led by head coach Kirk Beabout. The Rough Riders are led by Blake Bradfield, and we are just about set for tip. Love when the Govs wear this menacing road black. It's an intimidating look here, and it's an intimidating team. I'll tell you, when the Govs can get the three-point shot going from outside, they are one of the toughest teams to beat, and they need to get that going here tonight, trying to regain some of that confidence that they had been playing with for the past couple weeks. Get a win here on the road, try to go back home and beat a good Watertown team tomorrow. Both teams share a 7-win record between Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, and Watertown. Watertown sitting at 7-11, but you got to take records with a grain of salt in Region AA. Just about every team is the cream of the crop in the state of South Dakota. Callie Harris, standing at 6'2", is facing Grace Richter. Richter standing at 5'7". I'd say Sioux Falls Roosevelt has the advantage here. Tip is up. It's won by the Govs, and Graceland Taylor with a quick pass to Richter. And we are underway. Here's a quick pop from Larson. Talk about getting the three-point shot going early. That's off the front iron, no good. But I like the look. Quick shots. That's been the mantra here for the Govs this season. Get up quick shots. Don't use too much of the shot clock. Rough Riders are attacking from right to left on your radio dial. Govs go in the opposite direction. There's a pass down low to Callie Harris. She lays it up and in for two. And you can probably get used to hearing that a good bit tonight. Dupree bringing it across midcourt, dribbling off to her right. Feeds it to Richter on the right side wing, hands it off to Dupree. Kicked off to Larson. Larson swings to Taylor in the corner. Bounce pass back out to Larson, who gives it back to Taylor. Taylor heaves a three from the left side wing. That's no good. Rebound is pulled down by Henley Loof. Loof dribbling it back the other direction. She wants to take her shot at a three. That's off the iron, no good. Sails over the top of the backboard and will change the possession back to the Govs. Well, as you know, Region A and B playoffs have gotten underway. Been some good basketball around the state thus far. Region AA will get their playoffs going here shortly. Can't wait for that. It's the best time of the year, and I know I say that like 6 different times of the year, but this truly is the best time of the year. Govs back work on offense. Larson gives up a look at three, hands off to Taylor, who had a free trip down the baseline, tried to feed it inside to Lennox Dupree. That was taken away by Brooklyn Cole. Rough Riders coming back the other way. Pass almost picked off by Graceland Taylor. Stays with the Rough Riders, feeding Harris down low. And she's got her 4th points of the ball game. 2nd bucket. And the Rough Riders are out in front 4-0. This is an early sign of distress here from the Govs. Callie Harris getting it easy down low. Lennox Dupree fighting with Cole for a pass. It's taken away by Cole. Dupree goes down hard. Addison Soma going to be called down on the defensive end for a foul against Brooklyn Cole. Addison Soma can't believe it. I didn't see a lot of contact. Soma had her hands straight up in the air. She's trying to explain, I think, to Kirk Beabout what she was doing down low. Cole will go to the line for 2. Cole with a deep swat, couple dribbles. Fires the first and gets it to roll in. Cole attempting the second, a 5'6" senior. Been around the block a time or two, knocks down the second free throw, and the Rough Riders are out to a 6-0 lead here early in this ball game. 5:52 to play in the first quarter. Dupree brings it across midcourt, dribbles, now goes between her legs, pulls up, gets a screen from Addison Soma, can't hit the three, and that one will go out of bounds. Emery Larson thought that it took a piece of Susan Olson as it was going by. The official thought the other way, so it'll go back to the Rough Riders. Presses on for the Govs. This is how they get a lot of their defense kind of cranked up and going. Graceland Taylor picking up Cole. They get it across midcourt here on the near side. Addison Soma steps in front of a pass, and that was almost stolen away. It goes into the backcourt because of the deflection. It'll stay with the Rough Riders. They get back at it. Now 14 on the shot clock. Here on the left side is Loof, kicking out to the corner for Olsen. Gives it back up to Johnson. Johnson feeding Harris down low. Help coming from Richter and Soma. And now another foul called. And some groans coming from the Pierre crowd that made the trip out here. And looked like a lot of ball from up here. But we always fair on the side of the officials. They do a great job. SDHSA always looking for more officials. First free throw for Harris is up and good. She's now got 5 of the 7 Rough Rider points. Second free throw on the way, rattles out. Grace Richter with a nice rebound. Govs coming back quickly. A pass is almost picked off. It's batted out of play. That was Brooklyn Cole getting in the way of that pass. Graceland Taylor will inbound right in front of the Roosevelt bench. Richter's got it on the far side wing. Gives back to Dupree here on the near side. Dupree, step back shot from inside the arc. Rattles in and out. And the Govs, much like that Jefferson game in the second half, struggling to find their rhythm shooting here. Graceland Taylor had a steal to start the Jefferson game. Love to get another steal to kind of get the defense woken up here. All is swung here into the near side corner for Cole. Cole driving the baseline, tries to go reversal on it, hits the bottom of the rim. Lennox Dupree takes that loose ball away, trying to go coast to coast. She got contacted down low, no foul. And here comes the Rough Riders back the other way. Susan Olsen swings it back to Morgan Johnson at the top of the key, picked up by Larson defensively. Handed off to Cole. Cole doing a little end around, now kicks it outside the arc, and now going down to the floor as Susan Olsen loses the dribble. There to pick it up is Henley Loof. Loof almost steps over the midcourt line, would have been an over the back. And now she tries to feed it down low for Harris. A nice deflection by Lennox Dupree, forces a loose ball, cleaned up by Taylor. Taylor takes it down, almost pulled a 3 from the left side wing, gives it back to Dupree. Now Larson's got it, and a reach-in foul will go against Susan Olsen. So that'll be the first team foul for the Rough Riders. Pierre and Addison Soma with the 2. Taylor will inbound to Larson, under 4 to play. 7-0 Rough Riders here in the first quarter. Dupree dribbling with the left hand, gives up to Larson. Larson from the top of the key, knocks it down, and they needed that one. So we'll see if that will get Emery Larson and this offense going. 7-3, Govs trail by 4. Rough Riders able to beat the press. Here's a wide open 3 from the top of the key for Morgan Johnson. No good. Ball popcorning around down low is finally won back by the Rough Riders. Johnson's got it on the wing, and now we've got an offensive foul. We'll see who they signal here. They're going to say Callie Harris was getting a little bit too physical with Grace Richter down low. Addison Soma will hit the bench with the 2 fouls. Molly Olsen checks into the game. Man, has Molly Olsen done an outstanding job off the bench. A couple weeks ago, she had to fill in Brookings for the injured Graceland Taylor. Did a fantastic job. Missed her first shot, but bounced back so nicely from that. Hit a couple huge shots in that win. And I think that definitely earned her some minutes off the bench. Here comes Lennox Dupree driving, puts up a left-handed floater, and that one goes down. So the Govs have shaken off the quick start by the Rough Riders, cut this deficit to 2. It's now 7-5. Riders getting back to work. Here's a deep 3 from Loof. That's off the mark, and now trying to chase down the rebound. What a save by Taylor as she was flying out of bounds and got it back into Lennox Dupree. Here's a quick to Larson. Larson thought about 3 and just threw it right into the hands of Henley Loof. Loof trying to take it coast to coast. Can't get the point-blank layup. Was going a little bit too quick. And now we've got our first tie-up of the ballgame. I can just so relate to that missed layup by Henley Loof. When you've got nothing but hardwood in front of you and you can feel the stampede of defenders coming up behind you, all you're thinking is don't miss this layup. Don't miss this layup. And Loof, a much better player than I am, but we share the same disdain for those open layups as she did there. Rough Riders back in action here. Here's a three from the corner for Loof, trying to make up for it, misses it. No, they're going to say another foul offensively against Callie Harris, and that's a big foul. That is her second. And I think Kirk Bebout probably had some words with his team about trying to get Callie Harris in some foul trouble. Because, you know, I think by seeing what she's done here early, maybe one of the only ways that anybody can beat Callie Harris is, well, getting her on the bench. Here's Dupree driving it down low, turns around at the baseline, heads back out, kicks to Olsen in the corner for a three. That's off the mark and is going to bounce off of Gracelyn Taylor. That's all right, Miss Olsen. We've seen you miss a shot like that before, like we just talked about in Brookings, and get off the mat and hit a couple big ones as the game went on. I think we'll see Molly Olsen find the stat sheet at some point. Creeping up on 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Here's a Loof three from the left side wing, and she knocks it down. I've got a feeling that Henley Loof is a good outside shooter. The way that she stroked that one, that one had nothing but net written all over it. 10-5, Rough Riders lead. Dupree kicking out to Taylor. Taylor heaves a three. That's off the side of the rim and no good, and now she's going to get whistled, trying to go in there for the offensive rebound. Officials are calling this one tight here early. You can kind of get a feel of the flow of the game by how the officials' whistles go in the first quarter. They're calling a tight game thus far, but they're being consistent, and that's all you can ask for out of an officiating crew. It doesn't matter if you call it tight or loose, you just have to call it even both ways, and these officials have done a great job of doing that here early in the first quarter. Ball was batted out of bounds. We'll stay with the Rough Riders here. Ball is inbounded to Brooke Cole. Brooklyn Cole across midcourt. Hounding defense of Grace Richter. You're going to get a lot of that tonight out of Richter. This one swung to Loof. Loof gives up to Cole. Cole kicks out to the top of the key for Brooklyn Rose, who's just checked in, and swings it to Olsen, who knocks down a three. So give Rose the assist and Olsen the three. It's 13-5. Rough Riders out in front with 65 seconds to play in the first quarter. Far side corner, Dupree with the ball. Gives up to Olsen on the top of the key, who hands off to Taylor on the right side wing. Taylor for a three. That missed just about everything, and therefore the rebound was Susan Olsen. Here comes Cole trying to take it down in the lane with speed, and we've got another foul called. And they're going to say black 23, so that'll be Grace Richter. Hey, the way that the official signaled that number, I couldn't tell if that was a 3, a 4, a 2. But it will be assessed to Grace Richter. 45.7 to play here in the first quarter. Quick three from Loof off the front iron. Olsen able to track down the rebound. Olsen with a nice pass up for Richter. Richter finishes it for two with the right hand. What a play from Molly Olsen. Hitting Richter perfectly in stride, like hitting a wide receiver on a slant route over the middle. And Richter, well, she didn't have any problems with the point-blank layup like I have at the Y. Rough Riders back to work, in front by 6. Shot clock shut off and 17 seconds to play in the first quarter. Jasmine Yost has checked into the game for the first time. She is guarding Brooklyn Cole way outside the arc. Not going to let Cole get anything easy. 7 on the game clock. Handed off to Loof. Loof picks up the dribble, feeds it inside for Johnson. Johnson couldn't get it to go. Larson secures the rebound, and a half-court heave will be just off the mark. The buzzer sounded anyway, but a good answer. Govs still trailing by 6, but they kind of slowed a nice run by the Rough Riders to start this game. It's 13-7. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the start of the second quarter right here on KGFX.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
I'm Justin Cowart live from Sioux Falls. We got Caleb Brozick on the camera tonight. Haley Hansen back in the DRG Media Group World Headquarters. And the Govs getting back to work on offense, trying to cut into this 6-point deficit. Jasmine Yost driving in, kicks it back to Molly Olson, who kicks it out to a wide-open Larson in the corner. Rarely does she miss a wide-open three. She didn't miss anything right there. Second three-pointer of the ball game for Larson. She's got 6. Govs trail by 3. Cole being hounded by Jasmine Yost up the floor. I mean this in the nicest way possible. Jasmine Yost is like a gnat when it comes to defense. She just never goes away. Neither does Emery Larson. Look at the job she's doing on Morgan Johnson on the left side wing. Johnson able to get it out to Loof. Cole's got it here on the left side elbow. Tries to underhand a floater as she was falling down to the floor. Couldn't hit. Molly Olson with the rebound. And the Govs coming back the other way. Pass down low for Emery Larson, who's batted out of play by Morgan Johnson. Addison Soma and Gracelyn Taylor will check back into the game. Soma playing with 2 fouls. Callie Harris still on the bench for the Rough Riders. She too playing with 2 fouls, so the Govs trying to make hay while they can, having Callie Harris on the bench. Inbound pass just a bit high for Lennox Dupree. Brooklyn Cole able to chase it down, and she takes it coast to coast for the 2. Govs cannot afford to be giving away free possessions to the Rough Riders here tonight. Too many of those against Sioux Falls Jefferson. Don't want to have the same turnout against Sioux Falls Roosevelt. That was an emotional loss for the Govs. Looking to avenge that here. Here's a Larson 3. She is fouled, and she knocks it down and is up off the floor, fired up as she should be. Susan Olson tagged with the whistle. Olson came flying in, laid the wood on her, and Emery Larson got gravel in her gut, knocks down the 3. And looking to make this a 4-point play. When I tell you she took a shot, I wouldn't be surprised if she had the wind knocked out of her on that play. There was a lot of contact to the stomach and chest area of Emery Larson. Larson fears no woman, knocks down the free throw. She's got 10 points, the only player in double digits thus far. Press back on for the Govs, looking to generate a steal here. Caitlin Doohan into the game for the Rough Riders. Cole's got it on the left side wing, trying to turn the corner on Gracelyn Taylor. Kicked out to Johnson. Johnson heaves a NBA range 3 off the mark. Gracelyn Taylor had the ball bounce right to her, got the rebound, and handed it off to Dupree. Dupree back to work, running the point, swings to Taylor on the right side wing. Taylor picks up the dribble off to Richter up top, who gives it to Dupree on the left side. Soma's now got it, handing off to Larson. Larson steps inside the arc, fires a deep 2, and knocks that down. Well, I said in our keys to success, Emery Larson needed to get going. I didn't think she'd have a whole game's worth of points in the first half. But she's got 12, and the Govs have their first lead. Here's Cole trying to change that, can't hit the 3. Dupree comes knifing in for the rebound, and a not smart pass up ahead. It's taken away by Cole. I think Dupree was a little bit too excited about the flurry of points that the Govs have been on here. Back to work are the Rough Riders. Here's Loof. She steps back and fires a 3. That's off the mark. Larson gets it just outside the arc. Swings to Dupree. Dupree going to try to take it in the whole way herself. Got contacted, no whistle. Soma got the rebound, and there's some contact down low. We've got a downed Rough Rider player. Back on the other end, it's Morgan Johnson. We'll keep an eye on her. Rough Riders playing 4-on-5, and a 3-pointer goes down for Doohan. But a bad sign for the Rough Riders. After Doohan made that 3, Morgan Johnson still down on the floor on the other end, just nursing what looks to be a leg injury. We're not going to speculate on injuries. We're just going to take an Agtegra timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this short break.
Their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Off the floor, we'll keep an eye on her. Hope she's all right. Here's Dupree driving down in the lane. Right-handed layup's no good, but there was a whistle. She was pushed in the back. 4:51 to play here in the first half. Felt like that first quarter just flew by. Not many fouls, not many tie-ups. They're going to say that Lennox Dupree was in the motion of her shot, so she heads to the line, knocks down the first free throw, and can tie the game up at 18 here with the second. Dupree twirls it and fires and knocks it down. Knotted back up at 18. Callie Harris back into the game for the Rough Riders. We'll see if they start trying to go down low to her. Loof traversing around the outside of the arc, picks up her dribble in a little bit of trouble, but finds Cole to hand it off to. Swung across the side for Doohan. Down low for Harris. Can't get the layup to go, but she gets her own rebound, and now it kicks back out to Loof. Loof driving, finds a little bit of space along the baseline. Can't hit the shot with the right hand, and Dupree is there for the rebound. Dupree back the other way, kicks it to Gracelyn Taylor in the corner, gives it up to Larson, who swings it to Richter. Richter now gives off to Dupree. Dupree driving baseline, up and off the glass, and that is good. 20-18, Govs out in front. 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. And a good one so far. Here's Harris, point blank, off the glass and good. Doohan with the assist. Harris with the bucket. Dupree slowing things down. This has been at a breakneck pace going back and forth between these two teams. Richter kicks to Dupree, who gives it right back to Richter. Gracelyn Taylor had a little bit of space, finds a cutting Larson. Larson fouled underneath. Looks like they're going to get Henley Loof with the contact. Really nicely designed play there by Kirk Bebout. Govs do a lot of passing outside the arc and a lot of cutting. Larson cut from the far side corner up underneath. And a nice pass inside. Was able to find Larson. She wasn't able to hit the bucket, but did draw the foul and knocks down the first free throw. This is quickly turning into a Emery Larson kind of night. She's already got 13 points. We got 3:32 to play in the second quarter. She knocks down the second point, making her 14th points of the game, second free throw. Cole kicks it up to Loof across midcourt. Two-man trap. Now Cole has it. Bounces it through to Olsen, feeding Harris down low. And Harris is able to knock down the bucket. Harris getting really anything she wants down low, and that could be a problem for the Govs, but if they can keep up the good three-point shooting and good passing, like right there from Gracelyn Taylor to Lennox Dupree, a lot of contact down low. Dupree was still able to hit the basket, but that had just about everybody that made the 3-hour trip from Pierre up on their feet wanting to know where the whistle was. But the Govs back in front by 2. Here's a three-pointer from the corner for Brooklyn Rose, and she knocks that one down. My goodness, a lot of offense. I know we expected some offense. I didn't think we'd expect 49 combined points at this point in the ball game. Dupree off to Soma, guarded by Harris. Soma driving, blocked by Harris. It's a tough task taking it down to the paint against 6'2" Callie Harris. Here's a wide open three from Loof, and she knocks that down. Henley Loof, much like Emery Larson, you don't want to leave her open, and now Kirk Bebout wants to talk it over with an Agtegra timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds, 2:13 to play. Rough Riders in front by 4.
With medical...
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
It is a 28-24 lead for the Rough Riders. Molly Olson with the dribble on the right side wing, kicks to Dupree in the corner, got a defender off her feet, now kicks back up to Olson. Olson bounces it through to Richter in the corner for three, off the side iron, no good. Graceland Taylor trying to pickpocket Susan Olson there, unsuccessful. Rough Riders back to work, 1:45 to play in the first half. Stick around for the CHS River Plains halftime show. We'll recap all the first half scoring. Here's a Henley Loof three. She's on fire. So the lead back up to 7 here for the Rough Riders. Largest lead since it was 7-0 to start this ball game. Dupree from way downtown, and that'll miss the mark and bounce out of bounds. There was more contact there, but no whistle. And the Governor fans starting to get a little bit restless here. Inbounded to Loof. Loaf picked up by Richter. Richter trying to speed up the clock of the Rough Riders here. Loaf able to take it coast to coast. Kicked into the corner. Nice feed down low for Emma Adams, who puts it up and in for two. Callie Harris not the only 6-footer on this Rough Rider squad. Emma Adams stands at 6 foot tall, as does Caitlin Dewin. Here's a Taylor kick to the corner for Olson, who misses the three-pointer. Cole pushes Dupree out of the way to get that rebound. Pass up ahead is picked off by Olson. Rough Riders going a little bit too quick there. Here's Dupree back the other way. 5-second difference in game clock and shot clock. Graceland Taylor puts up a heavily contested three. That one misses. And now with the shot clock shut off, we'll see what the Rough Riders want to do. Try to bleed this clock down in front, 33-24. Kick to Rose in the corner. Rose picks up the dribble. Getting hurried up by Dupree. And now we got a timeout taken by Blake Bradfield, and I think that was a smart timeout. Looked like we might have had a steal coming. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the final 12.9 here on KGFX.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
And the Rough Riders lead 33-24, 12.9 to play. Timeout was taken by the Rough Riders. Timeouts are sponsored by Agtegra. Acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential. Straight from the start, contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. I guarantee you got a local Agtegra cooperative in about walking distance. They are spread out everywhere. Rough Riders back to work. Loaf bouncing through to Cole. Cole with a long three is off the back iron, no good. Dupree chases down the rebound. Half-court heave at the buzzer is off the mark, but they're going to say it wouldn't have been good anyway. That brings us to the end of the first half. Rough Riders leading 33-24. We'll be back in a couple minutes after this short break with the CHS River Plains halftime show. You're listening live on KGFX and River 92.7.
Spring is here, and CHS has their team ready to serve you. Agronomy experts to help you get
when
the
our
most
thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by and touchdown. Here's Olsen, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Contact your local Farmers Union insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it. Nonstop flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
In a world that's always moving, your journey matters. And at Iverson Auto Group, we're here to get you on the road with a great selection of new and used vehicles and trailers, and keep you on the road with top-notch service, maintenance, and support. Every mile of your journey, the experienced team at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron are here to help. Visit us in Mitchell and Huron or start your search at iversonauto.com to begin your journey today.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Roosevelt says they lead 33-24 over the Governors. Hello, everybody. Justin Cowart welcoming you back into the bleachers here in Sioux Falls. Perfect vantage point for some Friday night high school basketball. Govs trying to make a little comeback here. Brooke Cole starts with a drive and gets the 2 to go, and that will extend the Rough Riders' lead to the largest it's been all night. 35-24. Here comes Lennox Dupree. Nice feed inside for Soma. She is fouled and counted. And that is going to be the 3rd foul on Callie Harris, and that is a big play. Well, we're going to look. They might have assessed that. They are going to give that to Susan Olsen, so that's a big break, even though they did draw the foul, not on Callie Harris, which would have been her 3rd. Addison Soma looking to make it a 3-point play. Can't hit the free throw. Kareem's off to the near side and picked up by Olsen. Cubs now trailing by 9. Brooklyn Cole handing off to Johnson on the right side wing. Trying to bounce it inside for Cole. Lennox Dupree and Soma were there to help. It's kicked out to Loof, who hits another 3. That's her 4th of the ball game. And the Rough Riders now lead by 12. Loof and Harris, both freshmen, just giving you a peek inside at what's to come for the Rough Riders in the coming years. Govs back on offense. Dupree's got it at the top of the key, pump faking a 3, now driving on Cole. Kick to the corner for Richter. Richter launches a 3. That's no good, and the rebound is secured by the Rough Riders. Up quickly with it. Kick to Johnson, feeding Harris down low. Harris is fouled by Dupree. Couldn't get the layup to go, but she will head to the line. Try to continue stretching out this lead. Sioux Falls got off to a quick start, mainly facilitated by Callie Harris down low. And she knocks down the first free throw. And ever since then, the Govs really hadn't been able to get a big lead and make it even bigger as they've done all season long. They were able to get a 2-point lead, but the Rough Riders had all the answers as Harris knocks down the second free throw. And to close out the second half, Sioux Falls Roosevelt was just able to hit a couple more shots. Govs back to work. Cross-court pass for Addison Soma is too high from Graceland Taylor, and that will bounce over the scores table and out of bounds. Molly Olsen will check in for Addison Soma. Kurt Bebout just trying to find a combination of players that can get this offense going. Harris way outside up at the top of the key. Olsen hassling her to get the pass off. She does get it off the Loaf. Loaf now dribbling off to her left. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson now driving the lane. Picks up the dribble at the elbow. Dumps it off to Cole on the outside. Cole now pinwheeling and turning her way back to the left. Now coming back right. 5 on the shot clock. Cole driving out of control. Layup is scooped underhanded and touches off the top of the backboard. Good defense down low by Emery Larson. She had her hands stretched as high up into the air as the officials could see, notifying I am not contacting Brooklyn Cole on this shot. And the good defense worked. Possession back to the Govs. 5:40 to play here in the third quarter. Dupree dribbling, trying to shake Brooklyn Cole. Kicks out to Larson. Larson driving. Right-handed Kareem-style shot is up and no good. And it bounces out to Cole. Cole coming back the other way for the Rough Riders. Hands off to Johnson, who gives it back to Cole. Cole now driving. Found herself wide open in front of the lane and couldn't hit the left-handed shot. The rebound is secured by Johnson. Kicked out to Loaf, and a fresh shot clock for the Rough Riders. Cole on the far side wing, feeding it inside to Olsen. Olsen almost had it stripped by Dupree. Rough Riders continuing to kick it around the outside of the arc. Cole drives down along the baseline, kicks out to Loaf, who's been white hot from outside, but couldn't hit that one. And Lennox Dupree comes away with the rebound. Dupree going coast to coast. Now tries to kick it out to Richter, but the hands of Henley Loaf got in the way, and that one deflects out in front of the pep band. Will stay with the Governors. Taylor to inbound, looking, firing into Dupree, squeezes it through a tight window. Now Dupree takes it in, and off the right side, or excuse me, left-handed block with the left-handed finish, gets the 2 to go. That's the 10th points of the ball game for Lennox Dupree. Govs still trailing by 12, 40-28. Bringing you scores off our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Johnson pickpocketed by Taylor. That one rolls out of bounds. They thought that it might have gone off the thigh of Morgan Johnson, but they're going to say it stays with the Rough Riders. Quickly swung into Loaf. She's wide open from the corner. Can't hit that 3, but Morgan Johnson in the right place at the right time for the Rough Rider rebound. Cole tied up by Taylor, and now she's going to be whistled for the foul. That is just the first for Gracelyn Taylor. Second team foul of the third quarter. 4:11 to play. Cole brings it across midcourt. She got the pass in the backcourt. Here comes the drive from Olsen. Olsen kicks out to Cole on the right side wing. Cole dribbles it off of her foot, and good defense by Molly Olsen forces the turnover. So that's exactly what the Govs needed. Now they need to find a bucket back on the other end, cut this thing down to 12 or maybe even single digits with a 3-point shot. Dupree across the Rough Rider logo at midcourt. Maybe one of the cooler logos I've seen all season long. Olsen dribbling, picks it up, gives off to Larson. Larson with her foot on the 3-point line, can't hit the shot. And now there's a fight for the loose ball. It was passed to Cole while she was on her backside. She swallowed it up with the right hand like Spider-Woman, and somehow was able to pass it back out before a Governor was able to rip it away from her. Here comes the drive from Olsen. Scoops the right-handed layup and gets it to go. Govs back looking for an answer. Dupree from the elbow, pulls up left-handed shot, no good. Olsen with the rebound, puts it back up and in from about 10 feet. And we've got a timeout taken by Kirk Bebout, and we'll take it with him. Our timeouts are sponsored by Agtegra. We'll tell you what they have to say after this 60-second break on KGFX.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
It's a 42-30 lead here for the Rough Riders. And here's a good start on this possession as Lennox Dupree pickpockets Susan Olsen, takes it back the other way. Oh, that is criminal. That ball was halfway down and then popped back up and out. And the Rough Riders have it back the other way, and Callie Harris was all alone underneath the basket. So that was a sticker in the side of the Govs right there as they look to have a nice little quick turnaround. And it actually ended up going the opposite way. Now a 14-point lead. Gracelyn Taylor kicking out to Olsen. Olsen pump fakes a three, driving in on Callie Harris. That's blocked. And now chasing it down into the corner is Susan Olsen. She's able to swing it over the top of her head to Cole. Here come the Rough Riders back the other way. Govs do a nice job in transition, getting back set on defense. Rose swinging to Olsen on the left side wing. Olsen dribbling back towards the middle of the floor. Kicks to Cole, kicks to Rose. Molly Olsen trying to shut off any sort of window inside to Callie Harris, but a beautiful pass inside from Susan Olsen finds Harris, who lays it up and in. And it's the biggest lead of the game for the Rough Riders. They're out in front by 16. 15 points for Callie Harris. Richter at the top of the key, swinging to Larson on the near side wing. Larson fakes the three, drives it in, and gets the layup to go with the right hand, and takes a Henley Loaf foot to the head as she fell down to the floor. Loaf, obviously unintended, but now an inbound pass is, deflected away by Taylor. Thought that might have gone off the hand of Cole, but they'll say it was off of Gracelyn Taylor. So the Rough Riders will inbound about midway between their own baseline and midcourt. It'll be Morgan Johnson to handle the pass in and gets it to Cole. Taylor immediately picking up Cole. Taylor trying to find that leather, get that steal. Cole able to bring it across midcourt. Creeping up on 1 minute to play in the third quarter. This game has absolutely flown by. Henley Loaf thought about taking it down inside. Now kicks to the corner for Brooklyn Rose. Rose driving the baseline. Right-handed floater. Up and no good. She gets her own rebound. That pass is deflected by Richter, but chased down by Loaf. Loaf trying to feed it inside, and Lennox Dupree cuts through and picks off the pass. Dupree with a bounce pass up forward for Molly Olsen. Spits it back out to Dupree. Dupree knocks it down from the free throw line. 10 points for Dupree, 32 seconds to play in the third quarter. Shot clock shut off. And we'll see what the Rough Riders want to do, and it's given away again to Dupree. Can she make the layup here? She can. No foul. Govs fans are just upset beyond belief at some of these no calls. I've never seen this group this adamant. But a wonderful job there, and Gracelyn Taylor is up, hobbling just a little bit. Hopefully that's just tired or maybe cramping. Here's a half-court heave at the buzzer, and Dupree knocks it down. What a finish to the third. Maybe that delivers a little bit of momentum for the Governors here. They're now within a couple points. It's a single-digit deficit, 46-39. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the start of the fourth quarter right after this on KGFX and streaming on drgnews.com.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors, from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Govs have scored the last 9, looking to add to it with an Emery Larson 3 on the way. No good, and that would have really started shaking these bleachers here for the visiting crowd. Still a 46-41 lead for the Rough Riders here. Brooklyn Rose is trapped by Emery Larson, and that's going to force Bradfield to take a timeout. It'll be a 60-second Agtegra timeout. Standing ovation for the Govs as they make their way to the bench, and they deserve it. 46-41, 7:01 to play. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this Agtegra timeout on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Getting ready to head out to the game or getting back afterwards?
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Govs making their way back onto the floor. It was the three-point buzzer beater to end the third quarter that delivered a jolt of life into this Governors team. They were trailing, and this thing was headed in the wrong direction. They're still trailing, but now it's headed in the right direction. 46-41, just north of 7 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Justin Cowart, Caleb Brozick on the camera. Here's a three from Loaf on the way, off the mark, and we've got a foul, and that foul is offensive. So the momentum has completely shifted in favor of the Govs, and the momentum had shifted before that half-court buzzer beater. Just before that, Lennox Dupree got a steal and a bucket. And here comes Dupree again, driving down into the paint, kicked out to Yost on the left side wing, gives up to Richter. Richter steps in, Olsen pump fakes a three off the pass from Richter. They're trying to feed it into Dupree. Dupree dribbling, picks it up, swinging around, and now we got a foul against the Rough Riders. They're going to get Brooklyn Cole on the reach-in. Jasmine Yost will inbound, quickly into Richter on the near side block. Richter kicking out to Yost, circumvents around, kicked out to Olsen in the corner for three, off the back iron, no good. Strong rebound there by by Johnson. Olsen was the one tagged for the reach-in foul. Still 46-41, now 6:22 to play in the ball game. Rough Riders still out in front, have been for some time. Cole across midcourt, dribbling with the left hand, picks it up. Gives it to Harris, who hands it back to Cole. 18 on the shot clock. Loaf driving in, now kicks it out to Brooklyn Cole, who's wide open, way downtown. That's off the mark. Ball popcorning around. Still hasn't found a set of hands. Now finds Loaf. She can't hit the three. Harris with a strong rebound and puts it back up and in for two. Well, you know, Callie Harris is going to have success. It's just a question of how much. She scored to the tune of 17 points. Here's Dupree driving. Left-handed layup is up and good. Count it with the foul. We know that Lennox Dupree is good for three. It's sometimes from outside the arc and many times like this, where she drives in the lane, gets the bucket to go, and draws the contact. Couple high fives for Molly Olsen as she exits the playing surface. Good to see Gracelyn Taylor back in. You know, it was weird. She just kind of pulled up after playing defense. I don't know if she was just tired of covering Brooklyn Cole up and down, following every move that she made. But it's good to see her back out on the floor. Lennox Dupree can't hit the free throw. 48-43. Rough Riders out in front. 5.5 to play. Loaf driving. Pulls up with the right hand. Oh, and Grace Richter called for the foul. She thought she got the block, and that will send Loaf to the line for two. Loaf gets the pass from the official. Couple dribbles and fires quickly and knocks down the first. Loaf again, just a freshman, standing at 5'8", great shooter from the outside and a great shooter from the free throw line, knocks down the pair. Rough Riders back in front by 7. But this is a very surmountable lead here. And Dupree trying to cut into it with a 3, and she knocks it down. First three-pointer of the ball game. Well, not the first 3, I guess the second deep 3. The first one from midcourt to end the third quarter. I was so excited I didn't even write it down on my stat sheet when she knocked it down. And here's another steal from Dupree. Trying to make this a 2-point ball game. Fouled as she drives in the paint and will head to the line to try to do it the old-fashioned way. Lennox Dupree's got hands on her hips, understandably might be gassed right here. I don't think she's left the floor yet tonight. 2 big free throws coming here with 4:50 to play in the ball game. Dupree fires the first and can't hit it. That's 2 missed free throws in a row for Dupree. It's the last place you want to leave points on the floor is from the charity stripe. Second on the way, and that one is true. And Dupree just kind of exploded here in the second half. She's now got 22 points. 3-point ball game. Morgan Johnson trying to take it down low. Now kicks back out to Cole. Cole going to bring it back up towards midcourt, guarded by Larson. Larson pickpockets and gets it back across midcourt. Cole kicks out to Johnson. Johnson from way downtown, rattles in and out, but Harris with a rebound, gets it to go off the glass. Tell you, it's one thing to be able to get those rebounds like Callie Harris did, but it's another thing to be able to hit the shots as consistently as she is. Really impressive players, Callie Harris. Comes a drive from Dupree off the fingertips of Soma, but right to Richter. Richter kicks it back out to Soma, hands off to Larson. Larson from downtown, no good. Gets her own rebound and is blocked by Harris. Soma with the loose ball scoop, and she is fouled. And now another good free throw shooter will head to the line for the Govs. Addison Soma can make this a 3-point ball game yet again. Soma breathing deeply. Soma never steers away from her free throw shooting rhythm. She twirls it to herself, squats down, a couple dribbles and fires, and just like that, knocks down the first. Third points for Soma tonight, looking to make it her 4th. Fires the free throw and gets it to go. 52-49. Heave pass up ahead, beats the press, finds Loaf wide open for 3, knocks it down. You can't leave Henley Loaf open like that. She's going to make you pay. And a timeout on the floor. It's a 60-second, and we'll take it with them. We'll set the stage for you when we come back in 60 seconds after this Agtegra timeout on KGFX.
DJ Senix is a must before or after your travels. DJ Senix has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades. Back late? No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Senix, 507 West Sioux and Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step toward better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
3:45 to play here in the ball game. The Govs trailing by 6, but they've got the possession looking to cut into it. Hello, everybody. Justin Cowart bringing you all the live action here from Sioux Falls, Roosevelt. Lennox Dupree has kind of gone haywire here in the second half. She's got 23 points. And Gracelyn Taylor trying to cut into the deficit. Gives it away. Almost stolen by Harris, but she couldn't control it, and it bounces out of bounds. So a fortuitous string of dribbles there for the Governors. Keeps the possession with them. Graceland Taylor will inbound. Soma, Larson, Richter, and Dupree all on the floor. Timeout taken by Kirk Bebout. We'll stay right here during this Agtegra timeout. Remind you that Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Well, it's been the Callie Harris show for the Rough Riders. She has been dominating down low in the paint. Emery Larson's had a nice night for the Governors as well. She's got 14 points, 3 made threes, 3 free throws, and a 2-point bucket. Down low to get her to where she's at. As I just mentioned, Lennox Dupree with 23, Callie Harris with 19, and Henley Loaf with 17. So the 2 freshmen for the Rough Riders leading Roosevelt in scoring. Both teams have exited out of the Agtegra timeout. Graceland Taylor still to inbound. Taylor looking around, squeezes it into Larson. Larson wanted a 3, but it wasn't there, so she gives it up to Dupree on the far side wing. Dupree backpedaling, dribbling. Now working on Susan Olsen. Takes it into the paint, now kicks out to Larson. Larson step back, thought about 3, but great coverage from Loaf. And now a pass into Dupree, or I should say over to Dupree on the far side wing, is deflected out of play by Olsen. 3:03 to play in the ball game. 55-49 lead for the Rough Riders. Govs have just been inching their way back into this game, bucket by bucket. Larson at the top of the key, under 10 to shoot. Given to Dupree. Dupree driving in. That ball's batted away by Cole and stolen away by Cole. What a defensive play there for Brooklyn Cole, winning back the possession for the Rough Riders. Cole brings it across midcourt. Swings it near side for Johnson. Johnson dumps it off to Cole on the near side wing. Cole back towards midcourt. Graceland Taylor hassling. Dumped off to Olsen. Olsen to Harris outside. Harris to Cole on the right side wing. Picks up her dribble. They're going to feed Harris down low, and an over-the-back foul is called against Addison Soma. There was 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Addison Soma might have jammed her finger on that pass coming in. She is grimacing and grasping at that right hand. But she's too tough to come out of this game with 2:16 remaining, and her team trailing by 6. This is going to be a photo finish here. Here's an inbound pass, finds its way to Brooklyn Cole right near midcourt. Cole on the near side. Rough Riders attacking from right to left on your radio dial. Loof going all the way to the far end of the floor. Now coming back towards the middle. Dumps off to Cole now. 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Govs needing a stop here. And now another foul by Graceland Taylor, and a soft foul at that. That'll be the 4th team foul for the Governors. 5 team fouls for the Rough Riders, and now another timeout taken, this time by the Govs. We'll see how long it is. This Agtegra timeout is going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back after this 30-second break on KGFX.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Rough Riders a fresh shot clock, so they're going to be able to drain even more of this clock down, but still plenty of time for the Govs trailing by 6. Looking for a steal here, given off to Cole in the far side corner. She's now going to drift out back towards midcourt, dribbling on the logo, picks it up, swings to Johnson. Johnson now dribbling near side, gives it back to Cole. 13 on the shot clock. Harris outside the arc, swinging to Johnson, off to Cole on the outside. Cole trying to take a baseline. That lane shut down by Dupree, and now a pass is blocked by Emery Larson, and now a timeout taken by the Rough Riders. They've got 1 second on the shot clock, and I think the only thing they have time for is to inbound something quickly to Callie Harris and see if she can tip it back up and in. This will be a 30-second Agtegra timeout, a perfect time to remind you that Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. We know that the Governor boys were trailing by 4 at the end of 3 quarters. See if we can get a quick score for you if you haven't checked in. It has gone final back in Pierce, 72-61. The Rough Riders win on the road. Governors trying to split the doubleheader here with Roosevelt here on the road, doing it themselves. 55-49 whistle. 2 seconds has been added to the shot clock. Quickly passed into Cole. Does she have time? She lays it up and in, but it looked like the ball was still in her hand by the time the buzzer went. But they're going to award the basket to Cole, and they still added 1 second to the shot clock. That was a long 2 seconds, if I do say so myself. Now an 8-point lead. Dupree with a turnaround jumper in the paint. Cuts it back to 6. 1:04 to play. Cole up the floor. Graceland Taylor coming up from behind, trying to generate a steal. Cole kicks it out. Now Coach Blake Bradfield telling his girls to bring it back out towards midcourt. Got plenty of time to kill if you're the Rough Riders. Gov's not fouling. Loof at midcourt, dribbling, kind of turning around. Richter guarding her with intent. Now on the right side wing. Loof just trying to look for open space to dribble to. Now 5 on the shot clock. Loof just going back and forth. Now pulls it up from the logo and knocks it down. Oh my goodness, there's nothing you can do about that if you're the Govs. That might be the dagger. 21 seconds here, trailing by 9. Dupree from NBA range. She's got a deep 3. Oh my gosh. They are just trading punches. A heavyweight fight has gone to the 12th round here at 60-54, 16.5 to play. I think the distance in 3-pointers made could get you back to Pierre. This has been unbelievable. What a display of offense. Great shooting both ways. I know what the plan was for Blake Bradfield on that prior possession for the Rough Riders. It was have Henley Loaf run around, either draw a foul or just take it down to about 2 seconds and heave a 3 from wherever she was. She shot it from the brim of the Rough Rider logo of his hat at midcourt. I mean, well outside of NBA range. And when I tell you Henley Loaf is an incredible shooter, that's what I mean. And then Lennox Dupree with an answer of her own, knowing they needed a 3-point bucket, just steps inside of midcourt, takes a couple more dribbles, and then pulls up from NBA range herself and knocks it down. Dupree's got 28 points. Loaf's got 20 for the Rough Riders. Callie Harris with 19 and Larson with 16. So it'll be a quick foul here for the Govs on this inbound pass. Brooklyn Cole streaking up the floor, wide open, and will lay it up and in for 2. There was one player that the Govs didn't account for. It was Brooklyn Cole. Here comes Dupree down the floor, hands off to Larson. Larson fires a 3. That's no good. Taylor saves it going out of bounds, but the clock is going to strike 0, and the Rough Riders are going to get a big win here at home, 62-54. What a game, what a win for the Rough Riders, and this will be a tough trip back to the state capitol for the Govs. Well, we'll recap all of it for you in our Family Dental of Pierre Gettysburg post-game show when we come back after this short break. 62-54 is the final. Rough Riders get the win. We'll be back right after this on KGFX and DRGnews.com with the Family Dental of Pierre Gettysburg post-game show.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs. Call Family Dental at 224-7774 today.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building, the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Welcome in to the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. Hello, everybody. I'm Justin Coward. A big thanks to Haley Hansen back in the DRG Media Group World Headquarters and Caleb Brozick on the camera tonight. We were just talking, it was a tough loss for the Govs, but boy, was that fun. Caleb made a great point. He said, if you had told me at half that it was going to turn out like that, I would have said you're crazy. But you know what? I've been known to be called crazy a time or two. That was a crazy second half as both teams were just trading deep buckets. Back and forth they go. And the whole thing kind of got kicked off. When we recap the end of that third quarter, it was 2 steals by the Governors. The second one by Lennox Dupree. She took it down and got the basket. That was the 4th point of a run that would turn into a 9-0 run for the Governors to get them right back in the game. And then Lennox Dupree hits a mid-court shot at the buzzer to jolt some life into this Governors squad. But you got to credit the Rough Riders as they were able to battle back, regain a sizable lead. But the Govs hung around all night long, just answering every call that the Rough Riders handed them. They just continued to battle, and that's what's important. And you know what? The Govs are going to make the playoffs. They want to host a home playoff game in the Region AA playoff bracket, and it looks like they will be able to do so. I don't want to get ahead of myself. They currently sit 7th in Region AA. We'll see what this loss does to their standings, but they've got one more at home against Watertown tomorrow as they look to get back on the right track. But what a game it was. And if you enjoyed listening to this game on KGFX, we want to remind you, we've got multiple games going across our airwaves, and you can download the DRG News app to bounce around from game to game, make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. Well, folks, before we dive in to this game a little bit further here in our post-game show presented by Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, let's look around the state at some other AA scores tonight. Sioux Falls Jefferson on. We're going to start on the boys' side. Sioux Falls Jefferson beat Aberdeen Central 75-54. As I mentioned, Sioux Falls Roosevelt beat the boys' Pierre team back in the state capital 72-61. Spearfish is currently leading Yankton 29-20 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Mitchell is leading O'Gorman 49-28, 3 minutes left in the third quarter there. Brandon Valley and Huron in a tight one after one half of play, 29-26, and Brookings leading Douglas 32-17 at the end of the first half there. Switching over to some girls' scores, O'Gorman stays perfect, beating Mitchell 63-47. I know that doesn't sound like a very close score, but anytime you play Mitchell and you can get them kind of in that, inside that 30-point running clock spot, up against a perfect team like O'Gorman, the best team in the state by far, that's a pretty decent accomplishment, I would say, for Mitchell. And, we got to see that Mitchell team when they were in Pierre a couple weeks ago, and that thrilling finish against the Govs. Some more scores for you from the girls' side of AA. Rapid City Central beat Sioux Falls Lincoln in a low-scoring affair, 40-38. A lot of defense played in that one. Sioux Falls Washington beat Rapid City Stevens in a tight, high-scoring affair, 63-59. Spearfish beat Yankton 50-47. Brookings beat Douglas 58-30. Brandon Valley over Huron 60-36. Sioux Falls Jefferson over Aberdeen Central 62-57. And this thriller right here belongs to the Rough Riders of Sioux Falls Roosevelt 62-54. Well, folks, on your way home from the game, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to think twice. Slow down in case of ice. You've got someplace to be. Want to make sure that all Govs faithful gets back to the state capitol tonight. We got a big one against Watertown upcoming tomorrow. I will be on the road in Watertown with the boys team on River 92.7, but you can hear the call of tomorrow's game on KGFX with Mr. Darren Boyle, I believe. We'll be doing that call as Brian Oakland is still hunkered down doing great coverage of state wrestling. And look, I don't blame you if you've got a couple screens going tomorrow with the state wrestling. We've got 4 girls competing tomorrow for a state wrestling title, trying to make it 4 in a row for the Pierre Governor girls team. It'll be Danny Rinksmeyer, Kesri Brenning, Ireland Templeton, and Abby Lewis competing. Best of luck to those girls tomorrow. They've already made Pierre so proud, so there's nothing more they can do on that account. So just go out there, leave it all on the mat. Everybody everywhere is proud of you in the Pierre family here tonight. The 4th round wrestleback still to come tonight. Not going to say that Pierre is a lock to win the championship just yet. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but that lead is pretty substantial. They lead 113.5 points is what Pierre holds right now. Harrisburg, the next closest contender with 86. Canton right behind Harrisburg at 85. So make sure you stay tuned tomorrow on KPLO with Brian Oakland as he brings you all the wrestling coverage. And, of course, we'll bring you coverage of Pierre Governor basketball on River 92.7 and KGFX. All right, we're going to take one more real quick break. And when we come back, we'll recap the scoring. We'll got to hand out this Bauman Lumber Player of the Game t-shirt to a very deserving player, and we've got to make a tough decision because there's a lot of very deserving players who could be walking out of here with this t-shirt tonight. So we're going to take one more quick break. When we come back, we'll do all that. We'll get you wrapped up and get you out of here so you can enjoy the rest of your Friday night. We'll be back with more in the Family Dental Up here in Gettysburg postgame show right here on KGFX and streaming on drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our Pierre office today by visiting rankygray.com.
Welcome back into the Pierre Family of I just completely messed that up. Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. We're still getting ourselves sorted out here, folks. Sorry about that. What a fun game that was between these two teams. It was a really, really good finish, and you got to tip your cap to both sides because the Govs fell behind pretty far midway through that second quarter into the third quarter. But late in that third quarter, that's when things just came to life for the Govs, and both teams just started hitting shots. And talking to everybody around here, we were just kind of in awe from that Henley Loof 3 that came from just outside the half-court logo, and then Lennox Dupree coming out while everybody was just kind of still sitting down after that Loof 3. Lennox Dupree answers with a deep 3 of her own. It was a back-and-forth game, but the Rough Riders do come away with the win. They win at 60-54, and 62-54 after that late basket by Brooklyn Cole. And that brings us to our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game segment. Before we hand out this T-shirt, let's hear a word from our friends at Bauman Lumber, who sponsor our Player of the Game.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
And our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game. We had a tough time deciding, and luckily I brought 2 shirts with me. And you know what? We've got a surplus of them back at the station, so I know that my boss isn't going to get too mad. She can take it out of my travel paycheck if she wishes, because we couldn't just hand out one. We've got to give one to both sides here. What an amazing night it was, and we got to give credit to Henley Loof. She finished the game with 20 total points for the Rough Riders, and it was that dagger 3 that was the biggest shot of the game. She is one of tonight's Bauman Lumber Player of the Game. And the other player of the game goes to Miss Lennox Dupree. She really cranked things up in the second half. She was kind of in neutral in that first half, couldn't really get things going, and then she just flipped the switch that she so often does, scored 28 points, hitting a couple massive buckets for the Govs, including a half-court buzzer beater to end the third quarter. Great night for both girls, great night for both teams. The Rough Riders going to be leaving here very, very happy, feeling high, riding high as they close out the regular season, and the Govs are going to try to get things back on the right track tomorrow against Watertown. Well, folks, one more look at our Wegner Auto scoreboard. 62-54 is the final. Rough Riders get the win. We want to give a big thanks to all of our great sponsors who made broadcasting Pierre Governor basketball possible tonight. Our friends at Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Dakota Mart, Access Health, May Adam, TMA, Avera Health, First Dakota National Bank, Slumberland Furniture and Pierre, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Regional Airport, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Ramcota Hotel, Sander Auto Parts, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Verding Electric, Bauman Lumber, Wegner Auto, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. Big thanks to Venture Communications being our KGFX sports sponsor, and Bauman Lumber for being our sports video sponsor. Big thanks to Bauman Lumber for also being our Player of the Game sponsor, and Wegner Auto for sponsoring our sports scoreboard. Have a great rest of your Friday night, everybody. For Haley Hansen back in the DRG Media Group World Headquarters, for Caleb Rosick on the camera, have a great Friday night. I'm Justin Cowart. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon as both Governor teams take on Watertown. Get home safe, Pierre family. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon.